Reading Matters specialises in one-to-one support to motivate young people to reach their potential by becoming confident and enthusiastic readers. Since starting locally in Yorkshire in 1997, we have supported tens of thousands of young people and now work with over 100 schools throughout the UK. Who better to support young, struggling or reluctant readers than other young people? Our Reading Leaders programme raises achievement by training and supporting children and young people as positive role models.
Being a Reading Leaders is fantastic because I come in every Wednesday into Bolton Brow Primary School, and every Wednesday I work with a number of different children's 7-year-olds, and it's brilliant to see how much every week they develop, and they develop in confidence and remembering the phonic sounds which they learn during the week in lessons, and it's brilliant, and they've just got that great sense of cooperation with you, and it's just brilliant to be a Reading Leader.
47.
It's 45. Not doing very well, am I?
Well, it's fantastic having Megan. She's so enthusiastic. The children absolutely adore her. I choose certain children for Megan to focus on to read, children that really need a bit of a push or might need a bit more support, as well as children who love reading. Megan encourages them, she questions them, she is really fabulous.
I really like it when Megan comes because she helps me with my reading.
I think reading with these children really helps them to understand the different abilities that children have in reading, and it's just been brilliant, and I can't wait to do some more reading with them, really.
So I decided to become a Reading Leader because it was something different, school offered it, and I wanted to start volunteering while I was in sixth form, and I thought it's something good, it's in school and it looks interesting, it looks fun. I get to plan all the sessions and stuff, so I thought it'd be interesting and gain confidence in myself and more independence, because I'm the one who has to plan all the sessions, so trying to think of something that she'd find fun to do and interesting to do.
Well done. At Ryburn, since we're doing reading group, it helps me quite a lot with reading.
As head teacher of Ryburn, I've been really, really impressed with the whole scheme. In terms of the management of the whole process and the fact that it's really efficient, but more significantly, because Reading Matters gives both the sixth form students who are involved in it and the students who are at the receiving end, if you like, enormous benefits.
Yeah, you learn so much. You learn about yourself as well, and you build a relationship with your reading partner, and you see them improving and doing better as well. So.
Another benefit for the students that volunteer as Reading Leaders is that it helps them to give something back for what they receive from school. So we run a very, very good volunteering programme here at Ryburn, and always have done, and we look for opportunities that are going to enrich the young person's whole educational experience, not just their basic qualifications, and this is a really, really good avenue for doing that, because not only does it help them, it also gives them an opportunity to express themselves on their CV with different things. They learn about how to do team working and planning their time and all that kind of stuff, which is fantastic as a volunteer, because again, when you get out there into the workplace, all these skills are something that they've got actual live experience of, rather than just being told you need to be good at team working and being on time and all that kind of thing. So it's an excellent volunteering experience, and we hope to continue in the future.
Yeah, because you get an accreditation, so I've used it on my personal statement to help me get into university, and put it on my CV and things. It's something to talk about in interviews and stuff as well.
I've been really, really pleased with the way in which it's raised the profile of reading, in particular with boys, and it's enabled our students to excel. And that's our school motto, strive to excel, and Reading Matters has helped us to strive to excel, which is fantastic.
Well, I enjoy it. What do you enjoy most about it?
Every morning, I have something good. Every Thursday and Friday.
Oh, to look forward to. Yeah. Oh, bless it. Well, does it actually help you?
Yeah, in class, when you tell me to break it down, and I'm struggling.
I just remember back to me.
Yeah.
Well, how does it help you outside of school?
It just helps me read more, like with courses and stuff like that. We used to struggle on some words.
Yeah, actually you've improved really a lot, because like before the Christmas holidays we did a little reading thing and you improved.
I will stuttering and then.
Yeah, no, you're more confident and fluent,
Yeah.
so that's good. Do you think you've improved a lot? Yeah?
Developing good reading abilities starts in the home. Reading Families gives parents and carers the skills and confidence to effectively support their children's reading.
Yeah, I'm responsible for planning and commissioning foster carer training in Bradford, and we've now commissioned 4 different training courses from Reading Matters over the past couple of years. The reason that we've done that is that there's a significant gap between the achievement of children in care and their peers right across the curriculum. And the thing that we most need to get right is about having children in care become confident readers. If they're confident readers, they can access the rest of the curriculum. So we've now done 4 courses with Reading Matters. 3 of those were general courses with about 10 or 12 carers on each of them. And one that was a really interesting experience was that we did a dads and kids reading evening. And we got a lot of carers, a lot of male carers coming into that had never really seen reading as part of their job, part of their role before. They loved it. They had a fantastic evening. And I know some of those 2 years on are still reading with their kids, still reading the football results on a Sunday morning and doing bedtime reading with them, and that's really encouraging to hear.
I was on the Reading Families Care to Read course last year, and it was great, really, really good course. At the time I was looking after a little girl who had real problems with the reading. She's quite reluctant to read, and so it was often quite stressful and quite a struggle, so I was looking for ways to kind of make things a bit easier and a bit more enjoyable for her. And the course gives you lots of ideas, lots and lots of different ideas of, all the incidental reading you do rather than just sitting down with books. You're looking at TV guides, looking at magazines, and when you're shopping, all sorts of different strategies.
The Family Reading Care to Read course sounded very interesting because I have a child that struggled with her reading, and I just thought this may help. So when I went on it last year, I thought it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and I didn't realise how many different strategies you could delve into for reading.
It's a course I'd recommend to anyone who's in foster caring or looking after young children, any parent. It was a very, very useful course in that sense.
Reading Matters has recruited, trained and supported thousands of volunteer reading mentors from all walks of life. In schools, children's centres and other settings, our reading mentors make a massive impact on young people's lives every day.
Okay, so at Emmanuel we use several different approaches. We use the reading leaders, who we have the older students supporting the younger students, which works extremely well. We have students who've used Reading Matters themselves before who then come back in to be the reading leaders. Obviously it's accredited, so it's very good for university, for job applications for those older students as well, and it's nice to have that mentor aspect in it as well, obviously around school for the younger students. We also use the reading mentors. We have adults who come in from outside who work predominantly with our Year 8 students, and again it boosts confidence for those students, and we see a big improvement in their attitudes towards lessons and learning.
I like it when Derek comes because we read and it helps. We do a little bit of a writing and then we read. Then we play games after, but it really helps me with my reading and writing and my spelling.
I'm still waiting for my first grandchildren. I thought it'd be nice to work with some young people again. And so I went for the volunteering, I applied, did my training and then started at the school, and I work with 2 students each week for half an hour a day for 2 days. And we do various activities. We do obviously a bit of reading. We do some word activities, games that involve words and reading, and hopefully have a bit of fun. And to be honest, that's what I get out of it, is a bit of fun, working with young people, hearing what they've got to say, keeping me up to date, And at the same time, I'm giving back to them. I suppose, I think one of the biggest things is I'm there, I can listen to them, I can have spare time with them. And so they're getting one-to-one attention for half an hour, then another half hour, so that's an hour a week, just for me, working with them and having a bit of fun with reading, with words, with activities. And it's something that I really enjoy doing.
It's very fun and it's just one of the best activities I've done in my year so far.
The thing which I liked about Reading Matter was that I got more confident like reading and talking, because before my English wasn't this good, and it got better, very better than it used to be.
But particularly with the reading mentors, when we have adults coming in from outside the community, it builds community links for the school. It allows the adults to see what Emmanuel is like on a daily basis, obviously promotes Emmanuel to the rest of the community, and they're going out and saying positive things about our students. But also, again, our students are used to other adults rather than just teachers in the formal setting. It builds their confidence to go out into the community and speak to people that they might not normally speak to, or have contact with adults that they might not normally meet.
Well, I think it's brought my confidence up doing it, and I can spell better, and it's really fun doing it and that lot, and you get to do fun activities as well.
I've always wanted to do some volunteer work, and I have always helped my own children in their primary schools, so I thought, well, I've got a bit of time on my hands, so I'd like to help the community. So I rang up and got placed at Emmanuel College.
The children have scripts and to it.
As time goes by, they get braver and braver, and they actually make fantastic progress, and it's really rewarding to see them learning. It's wonderful, it's very rewarding.
Reading Matters tried and tested programmes provide a broad range of literacy support for education practitioners, school support staff, librarians and teaching assistants, and are perfect for continuing professional development.
As a trustee of Reading Matters, I know most of the work they do, and I'm really passionate about the way they promote the whole issue of literacy. One thing that I think is great is reading teams, where it's about professional development for people who are working in education. So it could be, I don't know, catering assistants, a group of catering assistants who might volunteer. Really good work they've done with classroom assistants. So they might take a group of cover supervisors, classroom assistants, and work with them on the training. And it just kind of sets everything in context. A big part of it is trying to get the adults who are working with young people who struggle with reading, a big part of it is getting across how the young people are feeling and how intimidated they can be by the idea of big books and big words, because they just can't engage with simple literacy. And I think a lot of the training is about getting people to understand how that feels as a young person, so that they can empathise with them. And the training gives them simple techniques and gives them simple resources they can use to break down the barriers that can sometimes exist. Teaching assistants might think, well, I'm not a teacher, this is a teacher's job to teach people to read. This isn't about teaching young people to read, it's about supporting, inspiring confidence, giving them a love of reading. And I think through the simple, really clever techniques that Reading Matters use, it actually works, and it can have a massive impact on a school and on young people's lives.
The whole range of support is just incredible. So here we are working in Sheffield, in Leeds, in Bradford, in Huddersfield, in Yorkshire intensively, and have done so since 1997. But over the last 2 years, we've been getting requests for our support from Devon, from Corby, from Gloucester, from lots of different parts of the country, as others begin to realise that this model of working can fit so coherently within a whole school strategy and a whole community strategy of support for youngsters.
As a school or other organisation, you can use Reading Matters to offer literacy support. We can provide reading mentors, or we can train members of your staff team, community, parents and carers, children and young people as reading mentors and leaders. We also provide resource packs, extra reading materials and activities to interest reluctant readers. As an employer, we can train your staff to offer literacy support in your local area or with their own children at home. Through sponsorship, you could support the training of others. We sincerely hope you can support our vital work.